Hey everyone, Terrell and Natalie Good here from Charles Bridge in the Czech Republic, coming to you now in 360. So if this is working right on the video, you should be able to spin around, click and drag, and see the Charles Bridge in 360. This is we're actually testing this. This is a new piece of gear I just got to help us with some of the new ideas that we have for IG or Instagram television, as well as Facebook, that we're pushing forward. Really breaking ground. This whole quarantine issue has really pushed forward the desire and necessity for new technologies, especially within the youth groups, and the churches are starting to realize and recognize the benefit of some of these new technologies and how it's reaching the young people here. So we're trying to meet that need now and pushing forward into new areas and new technology. I know 360 is not the newest thing, but it's becoming more and more accessible now with people on their phones and things like that. So we've been really busy during this quarantine, but as you can see, things are starting to lighten up here in the Czech. Masks are really only required inside, and if you're in really tight quarters with people, which is nice. And for those of you that have been here before, this is about the lightest traffic at this time of year that I have ever seen on the Charles Bridge. So this is really kind of a treat to be able to see it at the state. Most of us that live here, we avoid this area because it's just covered in tourists most of the time, which it's unfortunate because of the economic impact on the society here, but at the other hand, it's nice that we're able to enjoy the city in a less crowded state currently. So hopefully you're enjoying the view as well, especially those of you that have been here before during the summers. We also are pushing into some new areas. I just finished and we just launched a website called Leto 2020, which means summer 2020 over here. And it's because of COVID, we had to cancel all the short-term team trips and the interns that were coming out here this summer. And youth groups are deciding whether they're going to go ahead with a different form of camp or cancel camp altogether. But this was a website that was designed to have resources collected in one place from different areas for people to be growing themselves during this time, helping grow their teams, and helping grow their youth groups and churches. So we've just launched that, and over the past 2 months we've done 3 what we call Corona Academies, which were series for different audiences where we were bringing in speakers from different denominations and talking about how to lead youth group online, how to do digital church and evangelize and disciple through digital means. They were very successful, and everyone was very excited, and we were able to use the Zoom accounts that I was able to set up through that. So it's just been a lot of work these last 2 months. So as you can see, there's some of the buskers that are out here on the bridge starting to do different things, which is a good sign that things are getting to a level of normal here. One of the other things that just finished, though, was Natalie. We got to attend the ELF conference last week. They did a digital conference this year, and Natalie, this was your first year attending, correct?
Correct.
And what track were you in? Because you got accepted I just attended as a person online. Like I wasn't an attendee. I was just a viewer. You were actually an attendee this year. So what track were you in?
I attended the Society of Politics Network.
And how did you enjoy that?
Oh, it was a great learning experience and such an amazing connection to the greatest European evangelical network that is out there. I'm so happy and thankful that they were able to do it online this year. They didn't cancel it, and I'm so excited for next year if they're able to do it actually in person. It's going to be great.
And what do you feel like the biggest takeaway was for you?
it was such an encouragement to like remember my religious freedom as an evangelical Christian in everyday life in the context of politics and diplomacy, and it really encouraged me to be confident in that.
There's a lot of talk right now how we're living in unprecedented times, and at some levels and certain experiences that have happened during these last 2 months, that's true. I've also been faced, as we've celebrated recently in these last 2 months, the Victory in Europe Day, and specifically, Natalie, you got to give some speeches and help with doing some events commemorating Czech Republic actually being freed from Nazi occupation by the Americans. And we forget sometimes how turbulent times in the past have been, and even within 75 years. I mean, we're not even talking a whole century ago that the world was on the brink of collapse, that Western civilization was fighting for its life in the way that we know it, and freedom. And things are uncertain, but God is in control. And as I see what's going on, I see there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of potential coming up right now, but there's also a lot of fear and uncertainty. And we just wanted to say that we're not ignorant of that fact. We are having our own struggles here, but we are acknowledging and seeing the struggles that you're facing there in the States right now too, with the new riots that are going on, political and racial unrest. And we just wanted to say that we are seeing the spiritual battle really come into the physical realm right now in a greater stance than we've seen in a while. And we just thank you for standing with us and helping us do what God's doing here in the Czech Republic, and being able to share the gospel and disciple students over here, the youth, through the digital technologies that we're pushing forward. And I think we're in for a really exciting but scary time going ahead. And we just appreciate your coming alongside us and standing beside us. We are praying for you, and we are keeping you in mind as well. So we hope this was an encouraging update and a cool update. We hope you enjoy seeing some of Prague, that this is allaying some of the quarantine fatigue and being able to see another part of the world, and that life is going on. But we thank you, and we hope you guys have a great summer. Ciao.